You're now tuned in to Polarizing Figure. Today's hot topic, we got Mama P, Finesse2tymes, and No Love Mama sits down and talk about the situation going on between her sons, Finesse2tymes mainly, and how life from her reality of her growing up and more on all those topics. Before you get into it, like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let's get it.
That happened within the family, but you've recently went viral just saying of the situation with, that dealing with, your son and your sons and having everything you're going with. I guess before we go to the story is what made you want to speak at that moment to the world? Because normally we haven't seen you that vocal before.
I guess, they say pressure bust pipes. And I got to my peak, of walking on eggshells and not being able to speak and say what I needed to say. It overflowed. And so when I went, and to this day, I'm kind of embarrassed of that because that's not my character. I just don't do stuff like that. But I was tired. I got to the point of, I'm tired. And so it just came out. And since then I haven't said anything, because, but there was a moment for me where I feel like I just, I blew up. I was mad.
I was going to ask, emotionally, where were you at? Because it does take a lot, for the same person to grab a phone, press record and start telling a story to, you don't know who's about to receive this. It could be the one person or
I felt
10
like
million
I was
people.
being treated unfairly. I was treated unfairly because of something somebody else did. I didn't feel like I deserved that. I didn't feel like I deserved to be treated like that because I've been everything, yes, 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 until I said no. And then when I said no, I got done away. And so constantly walking around on eggshells all the time, not being able to voice nothing that you feel, especially to your child. A parent should be able to talk to that child and tell them, whether they doing wrong or they doing right. You should be able to tell them. But because I feared losing what I had, being homeless or being discarded, I didn't say nothing. I just kept my words to myself and I didn't say nothing. And that moment right there was the moment that I'm like, I got to say something. I got to say something. And it came out.
Was there anyone else at the time that you were able to reach out for help to in that moment, as far as any other family members, any other friends?
Nobody. Nobody. The family is just as poor as me. So I couldn't call and ask them for nothing. I was just on my own. At that point, I'm just on my own. So, no.
All right. So in order to know where we're at, we got to kind of understand how we got here. So, again, this is a therapeutic moment. So I look at this as therapy, but the world will want to kind of know what's the family dynamic has been from back in the day. Because one thing we know for sure is that the genes is strong in the family. The genes is strong in the family. The father, it's very rare. Sometimes kids look like their daddies. Sometimes they like their mama. But man, your boys.
I know, and everybody got different daddies. All four of my kids have different daddies.
How? I mean, are you type A blood type?
I don't know. I don't know. I think because I look so much like my daddy. My boys actually look like my daddy.
Oh, really? We got to get a picture. I got to see. I got to see.
So that was just, I guess just genetics.
Do you feel like they look like you?
Yeah. I don't think they look this much like me as like they do now when they were smaller. Okay. I think Ricky always looked like me. But the other ones kind of grew into it. And then I started noticing, damn, everybody look alike. Except for Lil Ju.
Yeah.
Lil Ju looked like his daddy. So he got my eyebrows, though.
Yeah, I was also going to ask, like, how early did you see it when they were kids? Like, or, sometimes they be like, sometimes it's like 1 week. Oh, he look just like, but.
Yeah, I didn't see it until they got grown, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if you don't mind, take us through there, man. Take us through there.
I mean, like what? I mean,
like, go ahead and tell us the family dynamic as far as raising not only Ricky but No Love and or I'm for the word I'm gonna say Finesse and No Love, so they'll
Okay, well, I'm starting right here. I got pregnant at 14 with Ricky. I had him at 15. At that time, I was born in poverty. So all the way up to 14, I was still in poverty. So when I had him, we lived in poverty. So I think Trey is like, 3 years younger than Ricky. I had Trey at 19, and I was just, I had kids at a young age. I was a child raising a child. I didn't know everything, so coming up, I thought I was doing the best I could do. I thought I was doing good. I was 16 in 92. I was riding a 92 because I always been about my paper.
Were you living with your parents?
I was living with my mom.
Did she accept Ricky being born?
She was happy I was pregnant.
Oh.
Yeah.
How old was the father of Ricky?
He was 19.
Right.
I was 14.
Right. And technically, that's kind of like statutory almost.
It is.
Right. And how did the family deal with that?
Well, my mom didn't like him. She didn't want him to, she did not allow him to come to the house. I always snuck out to go be with him, and basically I was kind of like the breadwinner in the house.
Right.
Believe it or not, I took care of my mama and my sister and brother too, because I was in the streets. I was selling dope, getting how I live, and I dropped out at 15, and told my mom, I was like, look, I can't keep going to school. I gotta make some money, and she was like, well, if you get your GED, then you can drop out. 30 days later, I had my GED.
Right. So was the father present the whole time?
The father has never been present.
Okay.
Neither one of them. Neither one of them.
How long was the longest relationship that stuck around?
When I got pregnant, I kicked him to the curb.
You kicked him to the curb?
I kicked him to the curb. I didn't want to be none of them. We did not. I don't even remember being with Trey daddy.
Yeah,
I don't even know how you even got here.
Can't stick that around. Is there one that you could have probably worked it out with?
No.
Oh, okay. All right. Hey, bygones is bygones.
No.
You said that you was already born in poverty. What did your parents do? Like, what was the reason y'all were so impoverished?
At that time, my mom was born in poverty. It was just a generational of poverty. We never had nothing. Our whole family, from my grandmama all the way up to my mama, my aunties, everybody was in the projects. Right. We didn't know what it was like to live a good life. We just didn't know that,
So would you say Finesse broke the generational curse?
He did. He did break the generational curse, and he knew that he was doing that, and he was steadfast on not letting nobody else enjoy it with him. Because he just had his ways, That's just how it was.
Yeah, so let's speak about it, because you've always been in your boys' life I'm assuming as they were being raised.
Yes.
What kind of childhood they have? Like, I know again it's poverty, but did they at least, some kids could still have fun in poverty and still find a life in poverty still? Was it just always like, what we gonna eat? The lights is gonna stay on? It was
like that. The majority of the time it was, I always been a hustler. Again, like I'm telling you, I always been a hustler, and I always been kind of like the provider of the house, even when I was a child, as my mom was living in my mama house with my kids. She always was, she would keep them for me while I ran the streets, and when he got money, when he sold dope, or whatever it was that I had to go and do to get $1. My mama always, that's why my kids always be like, I want, they speak really highly of my mama, because she was there the majority of the time.
Did your mama know you were selling dope?
Yeah, she did.
Oh man. So
she did.
She was okay with you quit school Was she okay with you selling dope? Was she just?
She was okay because it provided.
Hey.
It provided for the family. It provided for the household. You know, when I come home, my kids was taken care of perfectly. They were fed, they were bathed, they were everything they needed.
Were you ever at any point weary of them watching like everything that you were doing?
No, because I went outside and did it.
Okay.
I went outside and did what I was doing. I never did nothing in front of them. Because they was always at home with my mom.
So I'm this conversation is gonna go all over the place, but I'm curious, what kind of dope dealer were you? Were you?
I sold crack. I sold weed.
Ooh,
that's it. I sold crack and I sold weed. I stood outside with the dope boys, respected me to the highest.
Man.
You know, and to this day, they still respect me because they know what type of hustler I was because I was so young doing it.
How much money were you bringing in, if you don't mind me asking?
Back then, it wasn't no set amount. I just made sure enough. It was enough. It was enough for me to be able for my kids to wear Jordans every day.
Come on,
and wear new outfits.
Yeah.
My mama didn't want for nothing. Our refrigerator stayed full. We never wanted for cleaning supplies.
Damn that government cheese.
Yeah, I made enough to do what we need to be done. Like I said, in 92, I was only 15. I was riding a 92.
Come on. Oh, yeah, you had a new body.
Yes, exactly.
New square body back then.
Exactly. It wasn't as bad as they think it was, but I feel like that's kind of what messed them up. Because I took care of them and I bought everything, but the kisses and the hugs was missing.
Man.
You know, to sit down and listen to them was missing. But as a child and a teenager, I felt like, shoot, I got money. I'm going to make sure my kids got Jordans. They got brand new outfits. That was the thing as a teenager. I thought I was popping shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's showing now that the kisses and the hugs and the consoling was missing.
Are you saying you put hustling over motherhood?
I'm saying that, yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Thanksgiving, Christmases.
They had everything.
Did they have you?
Yes, they had me. I was at home. I was at home with them. But, Trey told me something a couple of years ago. He said, Mama, I ain't saying that you didn't take care of us, Mama. But you didn't hug us enough. You know, I felt that. And I didn't realize that I missed that. But I can't change it.
Because like both of them have No Love and Finesse have both stand-up characters, right? But then you got the name No Love and then you got Finesse. So it's like it's like what you're saying makes a lot of sense. Mm-hmm. Because like when you meet them, they're like really stand-up. They got great characters. Just like you have a lot of charisma and everything, but then I can see what you're saying about that. It makes a lot of sense. I really, I can see that.
Yes.
What was Memphis like back then? Like just Memphis in general. Memphis didn't
eat or get eight.
Eat or get eight. Whoa.
Eat or get eight. Yeah. It was just simple as that. And we were in one of the baddest projects in Memphis. I was born in one of the most notorious projects, Lemoyne Garden, in Memphis. That's where George Hewlett and all these old gangsters was from. You know, that's where I came up from.
Started from the bottom.
And my mama and my grandmama too.
When they say like started from the bottom, I mean that's you really, that's a hard life. Let me say that. That's a hard life. For those who don't know, it's a hard life.
So would you say that Finesse deserves everything that he got? Because coming from that,
he deserves everything he got because of him being so young as a child in the jail system. Because when the judge sentenced him, I was like, okay, I'm thinking he going to like a Tall Trees or a youth center or something like that. And I'm sitting in court just as lost, and I hear the judge say, well, he reprimanded to Hardeman County. I'm like, Hardeman County, a prison. I know you're not going to send my 15-year-old to a prison. That judge said he was bound over as an adult So he finna go do a time with adults. That blew my mind. That blew my mind.
Yeah. And mind you, for those that don't know, how many children do you have, and what are their age differences?
Ricky is 33 right now. Trey is 30. My daughter Kosha is 29, and Lil Ju 24.
So for those who know, you're having not back to back, but you're raising a lot of children within within 10 years.
Yeah, I had 4 kids at 25.
For your youngest, and again, as a mother, you're doing everything you can to provide. To know that, and what was the reason why he got locked up the first time at 14?
Robbing. He was robbing.
Yeah. When you see that, you're trying yourself to make ends meet to make it work. Your son's out here, doing what kids do back then. For him to, of course, go down for robbing and get sentenced to that kind of prison at 15, how does that feel for you as a mother? Like, what emotions are you going through?
It made me feel bad. I felt like I failed as a parent. I felt like, because I'm really out here hustling to take care of y'all, yet and still you robbing. And it was because he was going to school and he was seeing the other boys with all kinds of stuff, that I couldn't afford to get him. And I wasn't going to get him because he still got siblings I got to take care of too. So I couldn't pick him out to try to give him the most, when I got 3 other kids to take care of too, So he did that. He did that on his own.
We was all 14 once, and we all had dreams of either being an athlete or rapping.
Mm-hmm.
At what point let's just start with Ricky. Let's start with Finesse. At what point did he get that rapping bug that you noticed? Like, man, he in there just rapping these
It
artists?
wasn't a rapping bug. Rick could sing.
Oh.
Rick had started off singing when he was about 9, 10 years old. So when I realized that he can sing, I went to the pawn shop, bought a microphone. I bought him a beat machine and a laptop. And I hung it up in my closet in the ceiling in the light. And I went to McDonald's and went and got a stack of those cup holders. And we thumb tacked them inside the closet.
Oh man, the real hustling flow.
I made him a real studio in my room, in my closet. I fed the talent.
Wow.
I fed it. And I saw that he could sing. So his friends started coming around. They started rapping. That's when the rapping kicked in. So he been talented since he was about 10 years old, 9, 10 years old.
Nah, most parents don't ever feed into their kids' dreams like that.
I did. I seen that he had it.
Where did this come from? Is your dad or what?
It's my side of the family, my mom's side of the family. I got a couple musicians in my family. In California, I have a couple family members that know how to play the pianos, and they had little groups. I got an uncle that's on my mama's side. He had his own little singing group. It's running the family, it running. And then I was a singer too. I sung all the way through from elementary all the way up to junior high school. I sung in church. I sung too. It's just music just running our blood for some reason.
Do you still sing?
I don't sing now.
Oh, okay,
I don't now. COVID took me out of him.
Oh yeah, that'll do it. That'll do it. Respiratory failure. That'll do it. So all right, so you fed into this. Did you have hopes that he was gonna make it? Because some people just do it just to say, all right, that keeps you off the street. Did you feel like he had a real chance for you to do all that, hanging it from the closet? Like, that's a closet. You can put some coats in there.
Yes,
for you to do that.
I fed it because I saw that he had potential. And I saw that every time he came home from school, he would go in that closet.
Is some of them tracks still exist? Anything he recorded?
Not,
dang.
Maybe, no, not from when he was little like that. It's just the only thing probably still exists from when him and Black Youngster and Bag was together.
Oh, man.
And they was called Memphis Greatest Underrated.
Yeah, he talked about it before. Yeah, it's crazy. And to speak on that, to even speak on Bag and Youngster, how was the community of friends? Like, was everyone just like, "Hey, we all gonna be rappers one day? Like, we all gonna make it one day?"
Nah, everybody was trying to rap. It wasn't just Rick, Bag, and Youngster. It was what's his name? The not Dolph, because Dolph. I don't. To be honest, Dolph really. They was not on Dolph until he passed. His music was not like that in Memphis until he passed, you know. And yeah, so what's that boy name got killed out here in Dallas?
Mo3.
Not Mo3. All I know is J.O.
Oh, yeah, he got killed out here.
I can't think of his name for nothing. Yeah, he was right along with Rick and them, you know, at the studio. They was just, they was all piecing together $10, $15 to pay the man so they all can go in the studio and get in the booth. So they was just, you know, just trying it out and you know, just playing with it, and it turned into what it is now.
Did they used to come over your house, Youngster and them, and Moneybagg Yo?
And sit there, and Bag was actually where my aunt was. So he knows my aunt. He don't really know me. He just know my aunt. And by Ricky going to my aunt's house all the time, that's how they collab. Right. Yeah. So, yeah.
Back then, you know, again, I know you're going to pick your son as a favorite, but who did you like to listen to? Like, just, oh, he really got it.
Ricky.
Okay. right.
I've always been his number one fan.
Come on, man.
Always been his number one fan. I didn't care what he did or how nobody felt about it. I was there with him all the way back to when he was singing the song Man, I Trap.
Yeah.
I was right there.
Come on. Oh, you was right there?
I was right there when they was recording it.
Oh, yeah.
I was right there pushing it.
Motivation.
Yes.
Yeah, that's real.
And I'm still pushing it to this day. No matter how bad I get treated, I still push it.
For him to have gotten locked up, do you feel like how much time did they give him that first go round?
That first role, I think he did 3 years and 9 months.
Yeah, you know, this is a young man, not even in his primes yet. Do you feel like do you feel like he was getting railroaded, or do you?
Of course he was getting railroaded. I couldn't afford a lawyer for him to fight robbery charges. So when he said, I want there. But I was right there when I kept telling the public defender, you know, she came out with 12 years first. And I was like, hell no. Go back in there and talk to them and try to get it down. So she went in and she got it down to 10. And I said, no, I know you can get it lower than that. So he ended up with an 8-year sentence, and he did 85% of it, which was 3 years and 9 months.
So tell me this, because some moms want their children, if their children are wilding in the street, they'd rather see them locked up than outside because they feel like they'll get killed in the streets. Was that ever a thought for you?
No, because I didn't allow them to be outside in the streets. I didn't allow my children to run the streets. That's something that they did not do.
So you didn't have a fear?
Now, when I leave the house, that's a different story. Him and Trey are getting in cahoots and go outside, and they get he was robbing right up under my nose. Wow. You know, while I'm in the house, he right outside the door robbing the pizza man after I done order pizza.
Wow, damn!
You know,
said no one is cold.
So he was something else with himself, and he had he recruited boys that was older than him to help him. Oh. That's exactly what the paperwork say.
Oh, damn.
You hear me?
Damn.
That's exactly what the paperwork say. And that's why he got more time than everybody else.
Oh, man. You didn't see that? You didn't watch it?
I did not.
You didn't have Terminator 2 on repeat? Like, I'm out here.
No.
I'm just saying, like, you didn't see the signs of... Okay.
No, I didn't see it. He kept it from me until the detective knocked on the door, and I'm like, who you want?
That's how it be sometimes.
Who you come here for? They was coming to get him.
Wow.
So who was the gangster? Was it the mom or the dad?
Both.
Okay.
Both.
Right.
Because I was some serious with myself back then too. I was, but his dad is and still lives to this day. And that's why they don't get along. They too hard.
Yeah.
You know, both of them want to be gangster and hard. So they don't they bump heads all the time. So
You never put like a Disney movie on for the kids? Like, you know, Lion King or something? Just...
sure. We ain't have none but the Good Times on our TV.
Oh man.
and General Hospital, and
Come on.
that was it.
Did you have to pack protection when you were out there killing yourself? Did you ever have to carry a gun?
No, because I hung with the dope boys.
Okay.
I didn't need protection because I was always on the side of the building with them selling my dope. They had the guns. I didn't have to have them. So I also had a regiment too, and a daily limit. You know what I used to go by when I was selling dope. Oh, I used to tell my mom, you know, go on watch them for a little while. I'm gonna go make about 200. I'll be back in the house. You know, and so that's how I did it every day.
All right, so he does get out, and you know, the music career continues, I'm assuming.
Yes, I mean, as soon as he got out, he started back to trending again. Now he done start back to making more music, but he reckless. Now he grown, you know, 17, 18, 19. Now he's that age, and I can't tell him what to do. He leaving out the door when he get ready to. He hanging with a bunch of thugs. Ain't nothing I can do no more until he got in trouble again. You know, and he went back again.
Did he ever have like you know, sometimes men do things because they want money, but also they want the ladies or the women. Did you ever have like a steady girlfriend back then to like keep them grounded?
I always had a girlfriend, even at 15. Even at 15 years old, he always had him a little girl on the side somewhere, you know, that he liked or whatever. And they actually, when he was going to jail, they mama was taking them to go see him.
There you go.
It's crazy.
there you go. I mean, you always need some type of barometer. Like, hey, you know, so it's good to hear that, you know, some type of something.
And that second time he went to jail, it was for the Arkansas shooting. You remember the club got shot up?
Yeah.
That's what he went to jail for the second time. No.
You say he always had a girlfriend, right? Did he have multiple girls? Because you see that he got into like the polygamy lifestyle.
Yeah, at least 2 of them.
I think that polygamy stuff come from Suge. Yeah, that's some stuff she, you know, because I don't even think she really like men, you know. You know, so she and it's just a fantasy. This man been in jail all this time, so to have multiple women, that's like
you gotta make up for lost time. You know, you gotta
come on now. Come on now. Nah.
Because, I mean, you got to give it to him because it's like you guys play around him. Like, where does that come from? Like
his daddy was a pimp.
Okay.
his daddy was a pimp. He used to bring all of them to my house, and I helped them get ready to go to the strip club.
Oh, yeah.
You know, I helped them get. I used to help them get dressed.
Yeah, Mama P, y'all was a hustling family.
I'm not trying to tell y'all no lies.
Y'all was a hustling family, boy.
I'm telling you, all these hoes that he had, I would be flat earning her and helping them pick their stripper outfit out with their shoes.
You the what they call the madam?
He said I was a bottom bitch, but I ain't never danced in my life. You know, but they used to stay at my house, let them stay there and sleep on couch and stuff like that.
Anybody, man, Finesse is really that. He comes from this, man. Nobody never come up here and say Finesse, baby. It's in him, not on him.
It is.
Ain't no fake stories over here, boy. That man going in.
Nah, ain't nothing fake.
Man, boy, Memphis, boy.
It's real.
Memphis. So, I got to touch on going straight in.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the world, we in Dallas, we pick up on when the artist is kind of bubbling and about to have their moment. And, the world listens to this going straight in. And, of course, he gets locked up, he gets jammed up. When you first heard that song in particular, what was your thoughts?
I knew It was his. I knew that was the beginning of the stardom of his career. I knew that was the beginning of it. My heart was broke when he fucked it up. Cause I'm like, boy, do you see what's going on? It was nothing in Memphis. It wasn't nobody in Memphis but Bag and Youngster that was really and Dolph, that was really in Memphis. So when he came out with that, he took over. And it was like he can't see it. Like now, he just don't know his worth to me. He don't understand that who he is, because the way that he carry himself. I think like right today, he just starting to realize, I need to sit my ass down.
When you're in it, it does take a while. It does take a while to realize it because you're in it, you're looking for the next one. But when you say that going straight in, it was a hit, was there any song before that you felt was the one?
No.
So when
when I heard Going Straight In, I knew that was it. I said, this right here, you finna shut the city down with this song. I'm about to tell you something. Every time Ricky make a song, he always let me hear it first.
Man, that's real. We be asking, who do you let hear?
Me. He'll bring it to me. He'll be like, Mom, listen to this right here. Tell me what you think about it.
Which one?
And I know how to keep it real and be like, no, not that one. No, I don't like that. I kept it 100 with him.
And that's good that you supported him like that, because a lot of boys make songs and they can't let their mama hear it. So
yeah, but yeah. I knew the bigger picture, because I was even going to the clubs with him when people would book him, to come out and stuff like that. I was on the stage pushing everybody back. Get back. This not your show. You know how black boys is. They get on the stage, they got all their friends on their back. So I was always there to be, get back, because I knew he had that oomph in him. I knew it.
Right.
So it's crazy because he does get locked up. And I forgot what charges was that when it was going straight in? What charges did he get hit for?
The terroristic threat. He had like 28 counts of endangerment or something like that. I'm not sure the name of it, but it was like 28 people that got hurt, and to this day they still suing him, trying to sue him for that Arkansas situation.
Did they offer him more time? Did he take that to trial? Did that go to trial?
No, we didn't take it to trial. He went ahead and signed. He went on and signed for his time because they had way too much evidence. Like they were brought up that when we was in court, they had a big screen up, of all his Facebook posts. Him with guns in his hand. Him in Arkansas walking around with the AK in his hand. They had too much evidence. So I was like, Rick, just go on and sign for their time, because they got you dead to the left. You take them to trial, they're going to knock you out the ballpark. You ain't never coming home.
So you gave him advice to go ahead and sit down?
Yeah, go sit down. Ain't wasn't nothing else he could do. And that was the first time. The second time, this last time he went to jail was the time where I was fed up. I'm like, damn well what you doing. You got too much going on. So at this point right here, you just being a fool,
Yeah.
Do you think that he was experiencing imposter syndrome? That's when you achieve success at a high level, but you don't realize, like, hey, I achieved this. I should, act a certain way, live a certain life.
No, I think he just got to that point now. Even when he went to jail this last time, he still didn't realize who he was. He didn't take it serious enough to say, look, I'm finna sit down and do what I need to do.